everybody, my name is Ruxandra and welcome to another video of R&R Partners Bucharest. Today we're going to talk about how you can protect your business during a crisis. This is not a coincidence because in the past few months we have been dealing with a very difficult situation here in the Romanian market and also worldwide. The COVID situation, which is slowly turning into a crisis, and it is very important that we know how to protect our business during this very difficult period. In this respect, we have three main advice for you as an entrepreneur. The first one is try to, in all cases, negotiate your contracts. This can either be pending contracts or new contracts. For example, if you already discussed the general terms of a contract with a supplier or another company, you have to take into consideration that now during a crisis you might have to adjust your situation a bit, and this can benefit both cases if you try to talk it out. If you just leave the contract as it might have been negotiated in a time where there was not a crisis, you might not end up doing business at all, and that will not be beneficial for any of the parties. When it comes to negotiation in the time of crisis, you must take into consideration that you might not be able to see each other if, for example, one of the parties is quarantined, and all the negotiation has to be done via email or maybe via telephone call, which of course takes a bit of the non-verbal communication, which is very important when you try to get some information through to the other party. We also suggest that you have a third party do the negotiations for you if that is possible. A lawyer or maybe another person in your company that is not that emotionally involved, because during difficult times what happens is that both parties can be very difficult to talk to. Each of them is thinking about their own business, their own strengths and weaknesses in these times, and it might be more difficult to make business in the end. The second advice that we have for entrepreneurs is to look into what resources they can collect from the Romanian state. We're talking about Romanian companies, but of course it is perfectly valid all around the world, to see what the state can offer you in times of crisis. Now, during Corona time, we have quite a few benefits from the Romanian state. For example, if you have employees in your company, you can get them paid from the state. Of course, a part of their wage is covered, but it helps entrepreneurs a lot. Also, you should talk to your accountant. There are some declarations that might be postponed, or you might get some bonuses in some cases. And you should be careful to collect all these benefits because they add up. You must also look into what kind of credit you can get. For example, now with the COVID situation, we have IMM, micro enterprise credit, that can be offered for certain businesses. And you should look on the internet to see exactly how you can benefit from those type of credit. And as we talked about the tax resources, where you should talk to your accountant, and the legal resources, where you should of course consult your lawyer, as regards to credit, you should talk to your banker. So the best thing would be for you to set a consultation with the contact from your local branch and see exactly how they can advise you to go further and your business to suffer as little as possible. And the third advice that we have for entrepreneurs during times of crisis: if everything fails and if you have no other option, see how exactly you can reorganize your activity. So you do not really have to close shop, to close your activity completely, but maybe see that you can take some money here, move it there, and eventually find a way to keep on going. A very important thing about reorganizing activity means that you can also, if you must, let go of some employees. In that respect, you should talk to either your lawyer or your personnel from the HR department, because when you are in the difficult situation that you have to let somebody go, you should see how you must do it totally legally. If you end up losing a person and not doing the procedure in the best possible and legal way, you might end up being sued, and in court you should pay all the wages from the past, from the moment that the person was laid off unlawfully, and even you as an entrepreneur might be put in the situation that you have to have the person come back into your company, so you should rehire the person, which of course can be very difficult. Reorganizing your activity could also mean that you have to close some subsidiaries, what we call in Romania punct de lucru. This must be done legally. You must go to the trade registry and make all the formalities. You cannot simply close a unit, and have everything move out of it, you must do all the paperwork and register it with the respective authorities. So, to sum it up, our advice would be, first, negotiate your contract as good as possible. Second, to collect all the benefits that you can from the state. In this case, the Romanian state in the times of COVID offers quite a few benefits. And the third one is if you have to reorganize your activity, to do it legally. Otherwise, you might end up paying more on the long term than you would just save money in the short term, and that can be really bad for your business. Thank you everybody for your attention. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below so that everybody can benefit from our legal answers. Do not forget to follow us on social media, and if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to our channel because we have many more videos coming up. And up until next time, have a great day. Bye bye.